profits. I'm flowing, I'm riding them all. GDP, that is my goal. Count these pips.
Ice on my wrist.
I'm a young ball. 10 pips. 20 pips.
I'ma get
intricate.
let it rip.
Profits.
On profits.
I'm flowing, I'm riding them all. GDP, that is my goal. Count these pips.
Ice on my wrist.
I'm a young ball. Listen very closely. All my faves are damn worthy. Getting to this bread. Kaylin, Nick, have you heard me? Abel got that sauce. Market makers hella thirsty. PK, market execution 30. VKU, I'm a road dog. See, blessed with A1s and it's on God. Stressing, I'm not, well, I got a pause. Below 2, yeah, I got a thing job. Big 4 steps, oh my god. Got location, space boss. Play shit for the yellow with a red cross. Pulling one province like a play golf. 10 pips. 20 pips.
I'ma get
intricate.
let it rip.
Profits.
On profits.
I'm flowing, I'm riding them all. GDP, that is my goal. Count these pips.
Ice on my wrist.
I'm a young ball. 10 pips. 20 pips.
I'ma get
intricate.
let it rip.
Profits.
On profits.
I'm flowing, I'm riding them all. GDP, that is my goal. Count these pips.
Ice on my wrist.
I'm a young ball. Look at my team getting rich. Yeah, I try my neck and my wrist. Yeah, catching up by 50 pips. Yeah, profits are profits we get. Yeah, cash is a rap on. Coming fast, Sonic, no Sega. D
No.
on the map, Alpha and Omega. Look at my team getting rich. Yeah, I try my neck and my wrist. Yeah, catching up by 50 pips. Yeah, profits are profits we get. Yeah, cash is a rap on. Coming fast, Sonic, no Sega. D
No.
on the map, Alpha and Omega. 10 pips. 20 pips.
I'ma get
Intricate.
let it rip.
Profits.
On profits.
I'm flowing, I'm riding them all. GDP, that is my goal. Count these pips.
Ice on my wrist.
I'm a young ball. 10 pips. 20 pips.
I'ma get
Intricate.
let it rip.
Profits.
On profits.
I'm flowing, I'm riding them all. GDP, that is my goal. Count these pips.
Ice on my wrist.
I'm a young ball. 10 pips. 20 pips.
I'ma get
Intricate.
let it rip.
Profits.
On profits.
I'm flowing, I'm riding them all. GDP, that is my goal. Count these pips.
Ice on my wrist.
I'm a young ball. 10 pips. 20 pips.
I'ma get
Intricate.
let it rip.
Profits.
On profits.
I'm flowing, I'm riding them all. GDP, that is my goal. Count these pips.
Ice on my wrist.
I'm a young ball.
Yes. What's going on, family? What's going on, guys? Good morning. Uh-huh. Entry is my destiny. Pull up. Back well funded. Having at the game. I'm gunning, go. Beautiful play, I'm running my race, This is real life, not a phase.
My exes are all time concise. My future is looking real bright. Even though BCLS is all on the plan, I know by tonight my profits will smash. These vectors will dash. I'm hitting TPs, alright. Split a click up fast, gotta cash so fast.
You know what it will. Don't pay the day, don't pay the wait.
I got these niggas like medicine. In the zone 1, zone 2, hit a lick for the price. Yeah, kill what we kill. Hit the red pill, always on the blue. Can you see this damn all on my grill?
Check out the move. Check out the race. Pull up. Yes, family. What's going on, guys? Let me see what we got in the building today. We got Mike in the house. Tyson, what's up? We got Saint in the building. AJ in the house. Omar, Ram, Tirso, Big T. Freezone in the building. What's going on, Freezone? Good to see you, my brother. Fraser, Fun in the house. Kev, 88. Linda, Austin, what's the word? Austin, passed my futures prop from account last night. Holy moly. Holy. Let's go. Big round of applause for my brother. Big round of applause for my brother. Family, go ahead and drop some W's in the chat real quick. Drop a W in the chat for Austin for passing his prop firm account. His futures prop firm challenge. Let's get it. Big shout out to you, my brother. I love to see it, man. We just don't do this for play. Yeah. All right, we got 111 in the building. My brother Drew in the house. Easy Pip Sniper in the building. What's going on, my brother Wally? Appreciate you for being here. Let's see. Big shout out to all you guys that are also dropping W's in the chat for our fellow community member. Big shout out to that boy Austin. It's gonna be good to see how far we can continue to ride this thing out. All right, so family, let's go ahead and take a look at the markets really quickly. I know I'm a little late today. You know, had some fatherly things I had to do in the morning. Had to handle the kids' drop-offs and pickups, or not pickups, but you guys know how it is. All my parents know how it is, man. So that's why I'm a little late today. Still going to show up, though, regardless. Because we have no choice but to show up every single day. And I'm excited to see what we can actually make of today's session, man. Last week for me was a very tough week. Just being honest and transparent with y'all. Last week was one of them weeks, boy, where it makes you, like, really want to reevaluate your strategy. Relook at your confirmations. Really just go over everything that you do when you show up to find a good setup. It was one of them weeks last week, man. But I feel like this week is going to be better. All right, this week has to be better. Right, it has to. No ifs, ands, or buts about that. Right, so we're going to see how this continues to go today, or at least throughout this week. And hopefully we can make it a better week than last week. I mean, family in the chat, man, how was your guys' week last week? How was your guys' week last week? Let me know in the chat, man. I know I wasn't the only one that had an up and down week, but I want to know how y'all feel about last week. Let me know in the chat. In the meantime, I want to see what GameStop opens up at. Yeah, GameStop opened up so high. Holy moly. That boy Roaring Kitty is really him. Roaring Kitty is really him, boy. How many of you guys know who Roaring Kitty is in the chat, fam? Anybody know who Roaring Kitty is? Because low key, he might be one of the most influential people in the money markets as a whole, at least in the stock space. That guy is him, boy. Look at this, like, this is crazy. We closed at $23. We're opening up at $40. Yeah, he's not playing fair. He's not playing fair, Roaring Kitty. All right, but let's go ahead and go over the news real quick, family. We do got a lot of news this up and coming week. We do have some news today as well, with a bunch of PMI data that's coming out in about the first one in 11 minutes. The second one, actually, let me refresh. Yeah, the first one in 11 minutes. The second one in 26 minutes. All this PMI data, guys, should definitely provide some volume into the markets for sure. Moving forward, we do have JOLTS job openings tomorrow for the USD. Then moving into Wednesday, we have non-farm employment change, non-farm ADP, non-farm payrolls. Then we have global services PMI. We do have the interest rate decision for the Bank of Canada. They're actually expecting to lower rates. Are they going to be one of the first major, um, and are they going to be one of the first major central banks to start cutting rates? Hey, man, that might be interesting. All right, so we'll definitely be able to watch that on Wednesday as well together. We'd have more PMI data coming out on Wednesday as well, followed by crude oil inventories. On Thursday, family, we have the deposit facility rate and the interest rate decision for the euro. Again, they are also expecting a rate cut. Are they going to start to cut rates before the U.S.? That would be huge. That would be pretty interesting because normally everybody's playing follow the leader when it comes to monetary policy and things of that nature. So it would be interesting if the Bank of Canada starts to cut rates. If the ECB, right, the European Central Bank, also starts to cut rates, that would be crazy. I think that's really going to start to shake up these markets for sure. All right, so that's going to be interesting, something interesting that we keep our eyes on this up and coming week. We do have initial jobless claims as well for the dollar, and then on Friday to end it out, we do have non-farm and our unemployment rate that comes out, which obviously that's probably going to be the most important day in my opinion, is going to be how this unemployment rate comes out. Non-farm is non-farm. Obviously, this is going to have a lot of weight. But I want to see if our unemployment rate is going to increase or if it's going to start to decrease. I would assume, just based on the trend, I would assume that we do come out either as expected at 3.9 or even higher, right? If we do come out at 3.9 or higher, that is going to be very, very bullish to markets. So we'll see how that comes out, guys. But we do have a very, very heavy news week this week, man. So it's going to be interesting to see how this stuff actually forms and how the market plays leading up into that. Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. Okay, now let's go ahead and take a look at what else we got on the horizon for today. Or at least let's take a look at the markets real quick, see what we got going on. Coach, I'm red. How you red? Coach, I'm red. Let's see what we got here. This gold is looking interesting, though. Again, family, if you guys don't mind, if you guys are in the Discord, make sure to go ahead and drop your markups in the Discord so we can take a look at them together. See what we got going on over here. So, what would I do? Only time will tell. Let's see what we got here. Let's see. Spend a lot of time with my kids, no trades. Okay, AJ. Let's see. Shout out to that boy Omar in the building. We got 4D, Mr. FTP stand up himself in the chat. What's going on, Eric? Appreciate you, my brother, for being here. Also, make sure, like you said, guys, go ahead and drop your markups in the chat. I know some of you guys already sent them this morning. Shout out to CJ. Shout out to Free Zone. Let me see what y'all is looking at over. Oh, I do like the continuations here, right? So I'll look at it with you guys, right? So we got my brother Free Zone over here. He sent this last night right before London session, but looking for essentially a continuation to the downside here on gold. And I might not be opposed to that. Right? We'll keep our eye on that for sure, because that's what I'm leaning towards, is continuations possibly lower, but we'll have to see how price action forms today. That's good. We got the NAS 100. Again, this is all from like 7-8 hours ago, so who knows where they're currently at now, but you were looking for a short on the NASDAQ. We'll see how that played out. The dollar index, you expected more upside. Okay. GJ strength to come in. I wouldn't be opposed to that. We do got to watch the yens, man. These yens have been, they have come back with a little bit of a vengeance lately, so we'll see how they are as well. And then you're also looking at possible shorts for oil. Holy moly, Free Zone, you ain't playing, boy. You ready to drop a whole bunch of sauce. All right, we got CJ. CJ looking for some, in my opinion, it looks like some continuations off of these supply zones, I would assume, to the downside here for gold. So I think you're expecting more downside based off what I see here. But we'll have to see how that plays out. We got the boy Saint in the building. Took a UCAD jab. Okay. Took a little UCAD stab to the upside. Hey, man. It's possible. It's possible. And I'll take a look at all that stuff myself to see how I feel. But it's definitely very possible. Coach, I'm red. How you red? It be like that, bro. Yeah, so all that stuff is interesting. Now, I want to go ahead and break down what I'm looking for. All right, as you guys know, I've been trading mainly like gold and indices a lot lately, and I want to continue to follow that trend that I've been on. We're really only focusing on those, but I do want to take a look at things from a bigger time frame once again here for gold, just like we did last week. You know, last week was interesting, even though I had a very up and down shaky week. I our analysis was somewhat accurate, at least for gold, right? You know, last week when we were analyzing this weekly candle was somewhat of a bullish candle, and I told y'all that I wanted to see this end up closing bearish for the week, which we did. We didn't get no real momentum or no real follow through or anything, but we did end up closing bearish, so I was right at least for that. My trades were just horrible, right? I just had some bad trades last week. That it is what it is. Now what do I want to see moving forward? Well, I kind of want to see this continue. All right, I would like to see us at the very least come back down and retest. What is this, monthly lows? Previous month lows? Yeah. All right, I would personally prefer to go ahead and retest previous monthly lows at the very least for gold. Now, I have been very bullish gold for the past 6 years, it seems like, for damn near forever. And I do eventually believe there's a chance that we do see more upside, especially with all these tensions and stuff around China now and Taiwan picking up even more. Yeah, there's always that chance that gold is going to be the safe haven that obviously investors and holders and hedge funds and market makers, they all start to run towards, right? You know, it's a great hedge towards inflation, but also a great hedge when we have wars currently going crazy, right? So I do personally like longer term upside here for gold eventually. But I think before we see something like that occur, I think at this point it makes more sense for us to come test the 2300s, sweep the 2300s, and then from there we probably find a lot of demand below these lows right here. All right, below this 2300 level, I think there's going to be a lot of built up liquidity down there that at that point we can use that liquidity as like a launch pad to then go ahead and get back into, in my opinion, the continuations of the longer term bullish trend that we've been seeing on gold here, right? So I like the downside. I want to see us continue lower here until we go ahead and test the 2308s. Possibly run the 2308s, but then below there find probably a lot of buyers demand to then send us all the way back up to all-time highs. So that's just my opinion here on gold. All right, I think we could experience more downside. Now there is always a chance, right, where we've experienced enough downside and this market is getting ready to actually go bear or bullish. It doesn't have to come down to this key level that I essentially wanted to. All right, it doesn't have to. Price doesn't have to do a damn thing that we wanted to do. All right, we just got to find the areas that make the most sense. Just because I feel like it makes more sense for me to wait for buys down here doesn't mean that the market has to go down there to give the buy. It could still very well do something like this, push all the way up, right, show signs of strength, and then from there we'll just have to adjust our analysis. That is also very possible. All right, that is also very, very possible for sure. So I'm leaning towards continuations lower off of, you know, what structure has been doing, these lower lows and these lower highs. But if the market does gain some strength like this, we break the previous high that placed in the low, then yeah, I will be looking for the pullback to then looking for that continuation. You know, so that's how I personally see it. I wouldn't mind this being one massive, or not even massive, but I wouldn't mind this being one big reaccumulation phase that we're going through to then go ahead and create this higher high, with this possibly being the spring. That's a possibility. I don't think is the spring, but there is always that possibility. So I got two different scenarios that I'm watching today, guys. Right, ultimately leading to bullishness long term. But it's either we're gonna gain strength now and start to go higher, or we're gonna go for another leg lower, and then from there give us that bigger move. That's literally what I'm looking for gold. Right? If you agree, let me know in the chat. If you disagree, let me know in the chat as well. Shit. Either way, let me know in that chat how we feeling about it, family. Let me know in the chat how we feeling about it. Let me see over here. D-Lo make it drip. D-Lo make it drip. Let's see what we got here. D-Lo make it drip. All right, let's see what else we got here now. Let me see what the chat is talking about. Let's see, buy limit NYM just got triggered. A buy limit on YM. Really? You were just playing the lows, the sweep of the lows? You just playing the sweep of the lows? What was you playing? What the hell was you playing? Let me see. We'll come back to that. We'll come back to that. Yeah, so like I was saying, man, I really am a big fan of this poly rolling over to the downside here. The thing that I'm gonna need to see for gold though, in order for me to get involved. Let me just mark some stuff up real quick. Let's give them a couple of my key levels here. Yeah, I would love for this to actually fall. All right, I would love for this to really start to fall and then give us a pullback. And then on that pullback, the moving averages would have shifted and then give us that play. That would be nice. All right, because again, I told you I'm leaning towards possible continuations to the downside here. But in order for that to happen, we're going to have to break the short-term bullish trend that we've been experiencing. In order for us to break that short-term bullish trend, this corrective trend that we're in, we have to take out the lows. Right, so if this does shift lower like this, there is a chance that obviously we find some demand in here, which is cool, but I would use that as a reason to then eventually look for continuations. All right, so if we can get something like this, that will be spectacular. But I do expect this thing to roll over, in my opinion. So we'll see how this continues to build out. Again, it doesn't have to. But either way, right, even if gold doesn't give me the longer term sell-off that I'm looking for down towards the 2300s, at the very least from these highs, I think we come down and take out this 2343. At the very least, we come down into here, and then from there we can see how price reacts. It's either we're just going to continue to run bearish off of that, or we sweep this level, grab some liquidity, and then we start to go higher. So we'll have to wait and see how this continues to form, but that's essentially the possibilities I see here for gold. I think either way we do fall. So we'll keep our eyes on this stuff and see what we get here. All right, let me see what else you guys are talking about though. If we eat together, are we taste buds? We could be, Jimmy. If we eat together, are we taste buds? How you guys feel about that joke, family? Is that a W joke or an L joke? Let me know in the chat. Is that a W or L? Let's see what's going on, Jama. Good to see you. Let's see, those G Jordan oil shorts are no longer in play. Okay. Let's see, I love gold. I love it too. Grand Rising, my brother Devin in the building. Caught the 5-minute bearish engulfing on US 30. A 5-minute bearish engulfing? Okay. Damn, it looks solid now. Shoot, the way it's pushing, trying to push. Damn, it's 9:30. I started late. I forgot. We're already way past. I'm over here saying, like, let's wait for the open. The open already happened. I'm over here dropping the ball, losing track of time. Shit. All right, let's see what we got here, family. Yeah, nah, this does look like it wants to kind of like fall. All the other indices don't know what they're doing. The Nasdaq is steady grading strength. The S&P hasn't done anything in like 48 hours or in the past couple trading days. Gold looks, in my opinion, still one of the more solid plays. We just need to wait for this thing to give us the right entry here. Because I do think, again, we come out way lower here. GP. So we'll see what this goes. Let's see, what's a good safety on trading? 3%. It's totally up to you. It's your preference at the end of the day. All right, it's always going to be your preference. What are you comfortable risking? And I say that now, right? Because I used to be the person to say, oh, yeah, only risk 2 to 3% per trade, right? Which is cool. That's like a good little, framework to go by off. But you, at the end of the day, understand your risk tolerance. Right? I'll be lying to you guys if on my personal accounts, I was trading 2 to 3% a trade. I mean, I do. But I'm comfortable losing 5% on the trade, 7% on the trade. Shoot, there's times where I get a little too aggressive and I'm comfortable risking up to 10%. It doesn't really happen as often as I used to. But it all comes down to your comfort level. What are you comfortable risking? All right, because nobody can tell you what you're comfortable with risking. All right, you might be a lot more comfortable with risk than more other people. So yeah, go ahead and up the risk if you need to. GCLS. She got it, she got it. Let's see what we get here, family. Let's see. What's gold trying to do? What you trying to do here, gold? What you trying to do here, gold? Let's see. NQ sells. What we looking at for NQ? You think NQ gonna turn around? I mean, we are testing an interesting level of structure. Yeah, if we do come back below this 18730s, that might be a good sell. Damn, that's a V-shaped recovery, boy, if I've ever seen one. Let's see, yeah, ES, YM still looks solid. She's on bank roll. Hey, she got it. She got it. Yeah, it looked like this actually might turn around NQ here. Look like NQ really might start falling. Let's see, my guess 5 to 10. It's totally up to you, Jimmy. Now, Jimmy, my question to you is how much experience have you had trading? Have you been trading for a while? Because that's also going to play a big role. Right? If you're brand new to trading, then yeah, you should probably limit your risk to that 1 to 2 to 3% level just because you're still learning. But if you've been trading for a little while now, if you got some experience under your belt, then yeah, that's totally up to you. Don't let nobody dictate how much you're willing to risk. But if you're newer, Mr. Jimmy, then yeah, you probably should lower your risk. Like, don't risk too much. No more than 3% just because it's not even about how much you're willing to make right now. All right, and that's if there's one gem that I want you to take from this, Jimmy, is don't focus too much on how much you're going to be making right now, right? Focus on perfecting the strategy. Focus on perfecting, the process, right? That it actually takes to come up with a solid setup, a solid game plan, right? That's going to allow you to actually not get emotional. So that's probably the biggest thing. Definitely lower the risk since you're newer. Don't focus on making money right now. Focus on actually learning a strategy that you feel comfortable with, that you'll be cool with. Holy moly. Look at this NASDAQ just run, family. This shit just ran right in our faces like this. Holy moly, boy. This thing just, as we're talking, this thing ended up dropping around 200 points. I don't even know how to read this on NASDAQ. Actually, I do. All right, yeah, this thing ended up dropping around 40 points or so. 50 points. Right in our faces. Sheesh. That means US 32 finally broke the lows. It did. What's gold doing? Gold coming back? Gold is still trying to push lower here, man. Gold is still trying. Again, we do got to get below this level, man. If we can get below this 2351s, whoo, yeah, I think gold is going to be out of here to the downside. If we get a close below here. We don't know if we're going to. We have no idea. We're not psychics here. If it does, then that can go much further. But here's the flip side now. Is there a chance that we actually do just continue bullish? There is a chance. Why? Because we're already in this sort of a shorter term bullish trend here. Right? We've been creating literally since the open, higher high, broke this high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, right? Just formed another higher low. This higher low was formed at a major level of structure, all right? Major level of support is being held, is giving us a 50 bounce. I'm gonna play that 50 bounce real quick. Where's my 50 bounce? Right, we're playing off the 50 bounce right now. If this does close above our trigger line, you guys can't see my trigger line. It's a little faded right now. Let me make this a little brighter. If we do close above the trigger line, hey, gold might actually seek another leg higher. I'm not even gonna lie. Gold might actually be seeking another leg higher here. I wanted this thing to break lower, get us below the 2350s, but the way it's forming now, just sticking with structure. Yeah, this thing looked like it might actually go high, a little bit higher. And if that's the case, right? If we are gonna see this thing continue to pull back, all right, cool. Then where to? Well, we do have this lone candle up here. All right, we do have this lone candle right here. Is what I'm talking about. You guys can see a lone candle. Some people might call it an order block. Some people might call it a stutter candle. Some people might call it whatever the hell they want to call it. I call it a lone candle. So we do have that lone candle that we could also be trading towards. Hey, that might be a play. This will give us around a 2-to-1, 3-to-1. Let's see how this 5-minute closes. Fitty, bounce. Off the 50 bounce. Supported by volume. On game real quick. Yeah, we did get the nice close too. Do you want to the left? Yeah, one time. Do you run to the left? Yeah, one time. Fitty. Yeah, this goal look interesting. Let's see how we play here. This goal looks interesting. Let's see. I'm focusing on learning. Coach, I'm green. Yeah, now that NASDAQ played out crazy for you. Let's see. UCAD playing nice. What's UCAD doing? Yeah, UCAD gave you a nice reaction. Hopefully that can continue for you. All right, let's see. Lambo money in building. Lambo money in the building. What platform is a good platform? Are you referring to brokers, prop firms? Talk to me a little bit more, Jimmy. What are you referring to? What do you mean by platforms? Let me know. I see anybody get in NQ with my guy Omar? I don't think so, bro. They sleeping. That was a crazy catch though, because it literally started moving. Like as we're watching it, this thing just starts going crazy. Like starts going nuts. Let's see, what's the euro doing? Absolutely nothing. What is the pound doing? Absolutely nothing. The yens? Absolutely nothing. The Aussie? Absolutely nothing. The Canadian dollar? Starting to gain a little strength here, the cat. But absolutely nothing. Yeah, only thing is the gold, man. This gold is what really is intriguing me. This gold is very intriguing, I'll tell you that much. Let's see, for Forex trading and research, I know it's beginner sites. Yeah, there is actually. The OG of OGs is babypips.com. All right, this is like the OG beginner starting platform for most newer traders. The only thing with this platform is that it is all word based. It's not videos. It's literally all just words. So you have to do a whole lot of freaking reading. So if you don't mind reading, I think Baby Pips is where you want to start off at. Right? So, hey, that's there. Oh my God, gold. Goldie locks. Goldie freaking locks. Holy moly, Goldie freaking locks, bro. Goldie freaking locks, bro. Look at that, man. Man. Look at that. We did have news that kind of helped this move out. Right? We did have PMI there. Look at gold, though. Holy moly, boy. Trigger line entry would have won again. Family, y'all see the trigger line entry? Like, this is beautiful. Bounce off the 50. Close back above our trigger line. Off of the support. Supported by volume as well. The engulfing. Yeah, gold. Go crazy then. Holy moly. No, gold. What is good with you? Holy moly, guacamole. Yeah. Damn, yeah. So Jimmy, my fault for getting distracted. Gold just went crazy. But yeah, Baby Pips is probably the best. Again, it is a little harder to learn from. I personally don't learn that well through platforms like this that is just straight all reading. I'm a visual learner. Like, I'd rather watch videos, tutorials of people actually doing it than actually learning this way personally. So if you are also like me, then Baby Pips is probably not the option. You're going to have to come here to YouTube and just start finding a whole bunch of different people that are providing a whole bunch of different content. Like, YouTube is by far the #1 place to learn how to trade. Honestly, YouTube is the #1 place to learn how to do anything. But I will say this as well, right? You can cut your learning curve in half if you also paid for mentorship. You don't have to, all right? Like I said, YouTube is a phenomenal source to learn. But if you really want to learn, then it's best to probably join somebody's course, somebody's community, so you can exactly know, or you can know exactly what they look for in their strategy. And then when you come to the live streams, like if, let's say for me example, right? If you wanted to learn my exact strategy, grab my course. It's only $250. It'll literally break down every component of the strategy in detail in video form for you, showing you examples and all that. And then when you come to these live streams for free, which again, these are always going to be for free, then you can start to actually see what I'm looking at in real time. That's just an option. Again, I'm never here forcing you guys to do a damn thing. But that is the route that I would take. I would pay for mentorship so I can cut my learning curve in half, learn a strategy that actually works, and then start to watch it being done live on YouTube, on the live streams, if the mentor offers it. 90% of traders online that's selling a course or stuff, they wouldn't dare to come on a live stream and do this. But if you can get them to do some live streams, whether it's paid or not, that's going to be another great option for you, for sure. Right, but boy, look at gold, family. What else to do? The dollar just ended up tanking. The dollar ended up tanking. NQ, what did NQ do on that? NQ tried to like spike up, but came all the way back down. US 30 also tried to spike up as well. Yeah, so this is interesting news, family. I mean, we did have kind of like mixed data, right? Manufacturing PMI itself came out a lot higher. right? The manufacturing sector is growing. It's expanding right now. That's what this means, right? But then we have the PMI and the manufacturing PMI and the prices were all contracting, right? So the global US manufacturing data is expanding, right? Inflationary, but yet the manufacturing PMI and prices is all contracting, disinflationary. So it kind of is mixed data, to be honest with you. This is kind of mixed overall, but we did get a very interesting reaction though out of gold. Just as I was talking about it too, this thing just went crazy. That thing went crazy. All right, let's see what else we got here, man. What else we got here? It's like the worst thing about starting late. Like I came right on stream, didn't even realize the market had already opened. I'm over here playing like catch up right now. Boom, 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 boom. Family, y'all want me to give y'all a play that I think could go crazy? I'll keep it to myself. I'm about to give y'all a crypto play that go nuts, but that's cool. Let's see, you help it a lot, so shout out to you. Now, shout out to you, Jimmy, for being here. Don't shout me out. Shout out to you, Jimmy, for being here. And shout out to all you guys as well, family, that show love to the stream, that smash that like button without having to hear me say, can you guys smash the like button, please? I appreciate you guys the most. Right, because y'all know what time it is, man. You guys know how consistent we've been for the past... Has it been a full month? It has been a full month now, family. It has been officially full 30 days of consistent Abel showing up live to give y'all the sauce. Can we get a W in the chat real quick for Abel? For consistent Abe? Come on now. Can we get a W in the chat for consistent Abe? Come on now. Yeah. Yeah. Come on now, family. We here, baby. We consistently showing up to do the consistent actions that are going to consistently help us change our consistent life, baby. Come on. Big W's in chat. I appreciate y'all. Man of the year? Oh, man. See, now you're just trying to flatter me. Now you're just trying to flatter me, Jose. I see what you're doing, buddy. I see what you're doing, buddy. But yeah, man, shout out to y'all, family. It's been an interesting past month. First 2 weeks of the month were definitely bangers. The second 2 weeks of the month were a little bit more shaky. But it's cool. All right, we're still here. We're still growing. We're still doing what we gotta do. And we're gonna show up either way. Like I told y'all, man. We're gonna see what we can get from this. So gold at this point, remember my initial bias on gold was initially to look for some shorts, right? I wanted to see this thing flip bearish, but then I ended up saying, you know what, short term, this thing might actually go bullish just because of what the 5 minute is showing us. Like there was that chance. The market did that. But this is the thing now. I still personally think that there is a chance that we still turn around and go back bearish here. Right, I still think there's a chance that we still turn around and go back bearish here. Now let me walk you guys through what my thought process is, right? Because I'm looking at structure. We can clearly see that the market is slowing down, right? The selling pressure has been slowing down. We can literally look at price and just identify that, right? We had these lower lows constantly being created now, but they're getting nowhere. Like how low these lower lows are going after they're formed are nowhere. Right, so momentum is slowing down here. This could be a possible spring as well. But what I'm still waiting for and what I want to see is how we react up here. Right, because this, in my opinion, is going to be do or die up in this level up here, right? Because now when we're talking about our trading range, we have our swing high to our swing low. Right, swing high did what? Took previous structure, grabbed internal range liquidity, which catapulted us lower. Same thing here. We test the lows, we grab external range liquidity, and that's what pushed us up. But either way, I still think there's a good chance now that we are just about to form another higher low, or excuse me, a lower high, and still possibly go ahead and seek a lower pricing. I still think there's a chance for that, right? I still think there's a chance on that, right? Especially if we look at things from like a bigger time frame. Like bigger picture to me still looks like we could experience a little bit more selling pressure. I think we could still experience a little bit more downside. Now, that's just my opinion. I could be completely wrong here, right? We did take out previous week's low, and we are getting a lot of bullishness out of taking out previous week's low. That demand could very well hold strong. But I still want to ride out with the trend, which is still creating these lower lows and lower highs until proven otherwise. So unless we see something like this, and then we wait for that pullback to then go ahead and ultimately really see this thing turn around, I still have to lean towards more sell side. So again, it's just me. It's my opinion. I could be wrong here. Now, what I'm seeing though, and what I'm waiting for to actually get involved, is I want us to get above it. I want us to get up in this range up here, above the 2365. If we can get above 2365, I think that could be a good opportunity for us to now start to look for some shorts. Right, somewhere up in these levels up here will be, in my opinion, a phenomenal area to probably start to look for more selling pressure to come in the market. And it also ties into, understanding the difference between premium and discounted pricing. Right. In order for me now, gold, although gold could very well start to continue bullish here, we're starting to get at the higher end of this range. Right. When you start to get to the higher end of this range, now you're starting to buy at premium price points. All right, buying while you're in a premium level is always kind of dangerous. It just doesn't give you the best risk. I mean, it's tough to do it, right? So, with that said, I want to sell in premium levels, especially when we already have been kind of in a downtrend for the past couple weeks. So now that we're getting in premium levels, premium pricing, this is probably where we start to see a lot of selling off occur. Again, I would want to see us get above here and then hopefully see a lot of sell pressure into the market. A lot of gold, a lot of supply entered back into the market. I think that's a possibility. I mean, family, what are you guys looking at in the chat, man? Talk to me in the chat. What do you guys think? You guys think this is just going to continue to run here? Or do you guys think there is a good chance, that we sweep this lone candle here on the 15-minute above 2365? There's a possibility for us to short from. I think that could be a solid play, bro. I think that could be an absolute solid play. Yeah, because I still would like us to see us all the way down to the 2300s. I really do like the 2300s. So I wouldn't be opposed to something like this. Again, we don't know if it's going to actually do it or not. Price could just run right through this. But I'm kind of liking how we see it here. I kind of liking what I see in here, and I ain't gonna lie. So we're gonna have to see, man. We're gonna have to see how this market really plays off up here. We are past the 10 o'clock though, too, family. Shout out to my 10:03 gang. I'm a little late, about 9 minutes late for the 10:03 gang, but you guys know we're still here showing up every day, every week. So big shout out to the 10:03 gang in the building. Let's see what we got here, though. Yeah, there's a lot of craziness happening right now in the stock space I'm looking at. Berkshire Hathaway has been halted down 99% in what appears to be a market glitch. That would be crazy. Something is breaking. Multiple New York Stock Exchange stocks showing volatility trading halts. Something is breaking right now. New York Stock Exchange Equities Investigative reported technical issue. All right, let's see what else we got here now, family. Let's see. What's the NASDAQ doing? The NASDAQ did fall kind of nicely from up here. Shout out to Omar again, man. Hopefully that can continue. US 30 as well. Devin said he took the 5-minute short here on U30. Hey, bro. Beautiful. Beautiful freaking full. All right, dropped 100 plus points. It did go in about 20, 30 points in drawback, but that's light work for 115 points. The S&P is trying to rebound a little bit. What's gold doing? Gold, yeah, gold is still holding up here. Again, that's probably going to be like the best thing, in my opinion, that I'll be looking for. This dollar definitely dropped aggressively. But I think at this point, the best thing would be to see if, again, just wait to see how we react above this 2365. So other than that, man, I'm going to have to be very patient today. I'm going to have to be very patient and see what we actually get here. Let's see, looking to short at 2352. Order block level on gold. You said 2352. Let me see. You looking at it through Forex pricing, I'm guessing. Let's see. 2352. Yeah, so you want it right off of this supply zone up here. You want it off of this supply zone, aka this 5 minutes order block sequence that we have up here. I'm not opposed to that. I'm not opposed to that at all. Again, for me, I just want us to get above here. All right, once we get above the 2344 on Forex pricing, and you guys are going to hear me say that a lot, right? Shout out to all my Forex traders, shout out to my futures trader family. If you're a trader in the chat, let me know what type of trader you are right now. Right? Are you a futures trader or are you a Forex trader? Let me know in the chat. Because we dabble in both, because I trade both. Right, but I just want to see us get above 2344, and then anywhere in here is where we go ahead and we finally see this thing turn around. So yeah, it probably would end up being all the way up here at this supply zone. We do have a little bit of an imbalance right there on the 15-minute right before the supply zone actually was formed. So yeah, you know, we could see our price go up all the way up towards 2350 before we actually see that occur. So yeah, I'm not opposed to that, man. Let's see, Jimmy with the Forex. Okay, Jimmy. Who else, family? Who else? What else is everybody trading in the chat, family? You guys are kind of quiet today, man. What else is everybody trading in the chat today? We got people doing both. Brinsley's tried Forex. Okay. Yeah, I'm doing both as well. I ain't gonna lie. Pull up with the pips to be murdering. Pull up with the pips to be murdering. Forex is more structured to me. Forex, but studying to do futures at the moment. Never heard of futures before. Yeah, man. I mean, they're very similar though. All right, you're trading Forex or you're trading futures. You're trading the same exact charts, just different tickers. Right, but it's very similar. The one thing I will say that I noticed, right, and I noticed this because I just funded up, obviously, a Forex broker account, at least a new Forex broker account, a week ago, 2 weeks ago, right, and I noticed it. Thank you. Shit, get yourselves a wife that cooks for y'all, man, while y'all working, man. That's a cheat code in life. I was about to say, I just need a drink.
Oh, what do you want? It's a grilled cheese.
Yes, I will say this, right? The biggest difference that I think is going to really impact most traders, especially if you're scalping / intraday trading, is the difference in spread. Like, the spread is crazy, family, right? Like, the difference between the spread from a futures broker to a Forex broker is insane. Like, you don't really realize it, right? You don't realize how different or how much it can affect you unless you're seeing both sides of it. When you're trading the futures market, you get in where you want to get in at. There essentially is no spread. But when you're trading Forex, that 1 or 2, 3 pips, that shit actually matters, bro. And I only realized it because, again, I was taking trades, right, on my Forex broker, which, again, I do believe I have the best Forex broker out right now, using the best trading platform out right now. Right, if you're not using a broker that leverages Trade Locker, then you're tripping. Right, Trade Locker literally allows you to, thank you, baby, literally allows you. Yeah, so the biggest difference is, again, that, but you know, for forex brokers, like trade locker's definitely the best. I don't care what anybody says, bro. Like being able to trade directly on TradingView is so gangster. Like that's gangster to me, bro. Like look at this. Like being able to trade directly on TradingView, bro. Like this is the actual trade locking platform, right? Like insane. Like this is so convenient. I don't even need it mark up on TradingView anymore. Like for what? TradingView who? TradingView how? I could come right here, set everything up, baby, just like we normally do on TradingView, because it is TradingView. Like this is literally powered. That's why we got the TradingView logo down here, chart by TradingView. And then we can click buy or sell right here directly on the screen. All right, like I'll just take a quick little buy. I'm not gonna take no big buy, little 0.01 lot buy or sell. I mean, now look it. Now the shit is on the screen. And then obviously you can go ahead and set your stop losses by simply just drag and drop, confirm, and bam. That is your order. Gangsta. That's not cool. Like, yeah, nah, trade locker is what it is for me, bro. Now, to be honest, again, I'm probably going to predominantly stay on the futures side, just being honest. All right, I just preferred futures over forex right now because again the spread is a massive thing. Just a lot more confidence when you're trading futures as well as opposed to forex, dealing with all these brokers and all these rules that keep on getting implemented. It's just annoying as hell. So as a US client, I prefer to just go ahead and keep my ass on futures market, right, trading futures. But I do have my forex side, right, my forex broker as well, that we can go ahead and still do what we do on. So that's where we're at. So again, if you are trading forex, man, stop playing. Use my broker, the broker that I'm using. Use Trade Locker. A lot more convenient than anything else. And then call it a day. For those of you guys that are looking for my broker, I got y'all. All right, I'm currently using Vital Markets. Vital Markets is actually a really dope broker. Vital Markets is a really good broker, at least for forex traders. For all my forex traders. All right, let's see what else we got here though. Facts Mel be going in. Shout out to Sister Mel. Let's see, 3.8 billion women in this world and none are in my kitchen. What am I doing wrong? Shout out to the good wives out there. Maybe don't keep a prisoner in your kitchen. Yeah. Let's see, TradingView did a very smart move combining into Trade Locker. They did, honestly. Trade Locker is the one that really did that move. I'm pretty sure a lot of platforms have reached out, to TradingView trying to see how they can do it. But Trade Locker itself, I don't know how they were able to convince them to do it, but they did it. All right, but I know that there's a lot of platforms that would want Trade Locker or TradingView a part of their platform. But Trade Locker had to pay bags to do that. Like they had to pay a lot of money. Like they said in an interview that I watched with the creator of Trade Locker, he literally said that they just went for the highest tier possible for TradingView. Now listen, whatever API we got to take, that's cool. But like we want the highest version that don't matter the cost. We want the highest version for the best user experience possible. And boy, they gave them exactly what it is, TradingView. So yeah, so I'm a fan of TradingView. I'm a fan of Trade Locker. For my forex traders out there, make sure to go ahead and get yourself a nice Vital Markets account. Sign up with Trade Locker, and you're gonna be good to go. This is the broker that I'm currently using right now for forex, to trade forex, not trade futures. Right, this is the broker that I use to trade forex. Okay, forex, not futures. They don't have a futures. This company doesn't have a futures broker. All right, so if you guys want to sign up to this broker, Vital Markets, link is in the description. Link is in the comments, actually. The link is in the comments. Go ahead and sign yourself up, man, and let's get paid. Let's get paid. All right, let's go back into it, family. I feel like gold is possibly trying to set up again. Again, I do think we have to go ahead and get above 23.45 in my opinion for gold. So if gold does come back below this level, guys, right, when we're in between our moving averages, that's another possible entry. Let's see what we get it. If gold does come back within this area, there could be a nice entry. There could be another possibility that we can find an entry to go higher. Or this could just smash right through, and then at that point we know that sells are probably going to take over and we can sell. But either way, we're getting close to that area where, you know, price can tell us something. So let's let price tell us some, and then we can go ahead and see what we get. Is there a futures broker that uses trade locker? No. Not yet, at least. I would assume it's probably a little bit harder for like trade locker to start incorporating futures brokers. Because there's nowhere near as many futures brokers as there is forex brokers. Like there's literally millions, not millions, but there's literally thousands of different brokers you could use on the forex side. There isn't that many brokers you could use on the futures side. And the reason for that is because of the difference in regulations. Right? Futures brokers are all regulated. Forex brokers are not regulated. Right? So anybody and their mama can make a forex broker. Launch it in a completely different country overseas and call it a day. With the futures side, if you want to create a futures broker, there's a lot more tedious process because, again, it is regulated. You have to go through government entities to actually set it up. So it's not some easy thing to do. So, yeah, I think it would be a lot harder for them to incorporate Trade Locker. I wish they did, though. Trade Locker really is probably one of my favorite platforms right now. All right, let's see what else we got here, though. Let's see. Gold isn't doing anything right now. US 30 is chilling. NASDAQ is chilling. The S&P is chilling. Yeah, everything is chilling right now. These markets really haven't been moving as much lately. Have you guys noticed that, family, or am I the only one? Where these markets really haven't been doing a damn thing. Let me know. Let's see. Bought a charger 3 days ago. Now it's not working. Gotta love it. That's tough. Any thoughts on Euro USD? Yeah, let's go ahead and look at this, right? So obviously we had a nice little spike up just like everything else did. The Euro is interesting, right? Because this thing has literally not done anything for an entire year. I mean, I don't want to say anything, right? But if we look at this thing from the bigger time frame, guys, like this is the daily. And this is literally over a year's worth of price action. That's in this box that I just highlighted. Over a year's worth of price action. And we haven't done a damn thing, bro. Like, we literally haven't done a damn thing. We've literally been stuck in between 104.8 and 112.8 forever. Like, literally just trapped in between these levels. Now, with that being said, I do like the potential for this to actually gain strength, though. Right? I do like the potential for this thing to possibly gain some strength and continue its way to the upside. Now, obviously, we don't want to just jump in after this big old candle. But I do think we see more upside personally. All right, so if we can go ahead and pull back here, a little bit of a deeper pullback, somewhere within this whole range in this area is probably going to be the best play for us, right? Realistically, off of this 30-minute lone candle would be phenomenal. All right, so if we can come into here and sweep this loner, take out the loner. Like, how many of us are loners in the chat, family? Any introverts in the building? Who's introverted? Who just learned what introverted mean? Like a year ago. I did. Right, but who's a loner in the chat, man? Because this is your candle right here. This is your candle right here. This is what we call the loner. The lone candle. Right, whenever you see a candle like this, you got to think about, okay, man, that's like me. I'm a lonely. I'm a loner. I like to stay to myself. I don't like people. And the reason why you think about that, because those are also the plays that you can get a crazy entry off of. Stay woke. Stay woke. These loner candles, man. And things can provide possible entries. So, yeah, that's what I would look for on EU, though. Right? I would need for us now at this point to pull back at some point, and I would just like to continue to buy this thing up. Because I do like the upside for EU. I do think that we eventually do take out these highs here at 109s. I think we smashed those highs. So, hey, that's dope. That's dope. Let's see. VIX has been down for S&P 500 for a month now. Yeah, you could tell these markets have like completely slowed down. And you also got to understand why the markets are starting to slow down as well, where we're at. Like we're at a level right now in terms of our economy where inflation has been dropping, right? We're seeing signs of inflation cooling while interest rates are still elevated, right? So we have interest rates still above 5%. We have inflation damn near within this 2% area that they already wanted now. So we're starting to see the market completely shift from being completely risk off, turn to risk off, to now being risk on, right? And it's not to say that the market hasn't been risk on. I mean, we can look at the NASDAQ and say that these markets have been risk on for forever now, right? You know, especially all this year, like this entire year after this little sell-off that happened in March, or March, April, May. Ever since then, we've been completely risk on. But we're starting to see a major shift overall in terms of sentiment, in terms of how investors and traders feel towards Jerome Powell and his argument with inflation. They're definitely not giving two shits anymore about, at least not as much as they used to with where inflation is. So the market is starting to see a lot of different shifts in sentiment. And when there's a lot of uncertainty and possible shifts occurring, then people just rather stay on the sidelines, right? They're probably rather say, you know what, I'm not even trying to get in. Let me go ahead and just stay out the markets and not provide too much of my thoughts on it, right? So it's interesting to see. But the markets have definitely been slowing down a lot lately. It is what it is. We just got to adjust. That's really what it comes down to, and deal with this choppiness. That's why I haven't been holding trades like I usually, right? I've been just, getting my quick little base hits and getting the hell out. All right, let's see what we got here. 24K markets. Yeah, 24K markets is I've looked into that. I created an account with them. I just never actually used them. I created an account with them a little while ago. Yeah. All right, let's see what else we got here. EU has bigger M1 range, smaller moves. Absolutely. EU is definitely gonna move so slow. Like, bro, look at this big push here, right? Look at this big 5-minute candle. 5-minute candle. What, 30 pips? Not even. Yeah, this will be 20 pips. That's what I'm saying. Like all this big candle, bro, doing absolutely nothing. Then you look at gold, and gold gonna give you a nice solid hammer. All right, let's see. So it took an EU sell. Okay, Lambo money. I still want a little higher for me to look for some sells. Honestly, the best place is probably going to be up here in this little imbalance around 2370s. But I'm fine with looking above 2365 is when I'm actively ready to push the trigger. But that 2371 probably looks like it might be the best place just to fill this little imbalance up there. Hey, man, but it can still go. It could definitely still go. Why on me? Why on me? Push up on me, to push up on me. Let's see. Could break of structure be compared to change of character? Those are two completely different things. Similar ideologies in terms of both of them having a break of structure. But break of structures can occur when you're just in regular trend continuations, right? So what I mean by that is this, right? Let's get into an educational class real quick. I haven't done education for y'all ever, I don't think, on stream. I'd just be so dialed in trying to live trade with y'all, right? But very simple, right? A break of structure is something like this, right? This is a very simple break of structure, right? I was gonna type in BOS, but this is a BOS, a break of structure, right? We simply just broke structure. It can come like this, where we're just in continuations, or we could even see like this as well, actually, and then like this is a change of character. Break of structure usually occurs in the direction of the trend. This is how I interpret it, by the way, right? If you look at it something different, then by all means, that's you. But for me and how I use it and how I teach it, break of structure occurs during continuations more than anything. And a change of character occurs when we see something like this, right? Where we go from a lower low straight to a higher high. Like, listen to that change. Lower low to higher high. That's a change of character, right? Because if the overall character of the day is down, then we should see lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. That's bearish character, downtrend character, right? Lower lows and lower highs. But when we go from creating lower lows to now a higher high, that's a change of character, right? We went from bearish character, creating these lower lows and lower highs, to now seeing a massive shift in momentum. So now the character has changed, and it won't be confirmed though, right? This is how I like to confirm my change of characters. Again, it's just me. This is a change of character possibility. The change of character is confirmed when we create this new higher low into a new higher high. That is usually what like confirms the change of character for me. Because there's always a chance, right? There's always that chance where the market breaks the structure to the high and then we just continue in the same direction. There's always that chance, right? So we need to see this higher low get formed and then a break of the high of that. Then our change of character is like confirmed. So that's how I personally like to look at it. But break of structures can be found on anywhere at any time frame. That's like the most basic level of prices breaking a higher low support and resistance level. The change of character is signifying a possible change in reversal, change of that overall momentum, right? Change of that current trend that we're in. So hopefully that made a little sense. And that's just a basic rundown about how I look at it. Let's see, how long have you been trading? I've been trading for 8 years, 8+ years now. It's been a little while. 3 years of that though, I would say 3 years. Around 3 years of that though was me literally making no money. Like no withdrawals, no nothing but blown accounts. I had nothing to show for it but a whole bunch of blown accounts in that first 3 years. By middle of year 3 going into 4 is where I really had like a quote unquote breakout, you could say. Jesse, been getting my shit rocked. The last 2 weeks been tough for me too, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Last 2 weeks have definitely been a little tougher for me as well. I've been getting clean, boy. Like I've been getting clean. Like who's seen the Deontay Wilder fight this past weekend? All right, Deontay Wilder fighting this big Chinese dude. Deontay Wilder got cleaned, boy. That's how I got cleaned. I got clean like Deontay Wilder did past weekend. The past 2 weeks been rough for me too, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Let's see. A change of character is a break of structure against the trend. Yep. Can't be a choke without any volume. Yeah. See, that's the white coffee in you. Right? Anybody that understands Wyckoff really understands that honestly, no move is real unless it's supported by volume. And that honestly shouldn't even be just a Wyckoff thing, right? That should be honestly just in general. Like volume is probably the best indicator out there by far. I've slept on it for years. But it really is probably one of the better indicators out there for sure. Being able to read the divergences between this, looking at the absorptions and all that stuff is crazy. That's crazy. So, let's see. First 3 years Forex. The first I just started trading futures this year. Like this year. So only for about 6 months now is literally the extent of my futures trading career. Right? So 7 to 8 years. 8 years was honestly all Forex. I just started trading futures this year. Like literally. Let's see, blown account, then the Lambo money comes in with learning experience. Yep. Abel, he got dropped. Yeah, Deontay got embarrassed to say the least. The Chinese dude is a savage though. Like, let's not get it twisted. That Chinese guy is massive too, but I thought Deontay was gonna obliterate him. Clearly that didn't happen. At this point, I believe that is Deontay Wilder's probably last fight, unless he starts to do like what a lot of these, famous boxers or famous athletes start to do when they start to do like these exhibitions just for a quick bag. I don't think Deontay Wilder fights professionally anymore, which is crazy. Let's see. Only change a character with a fair value gap. Yeah, I mean that is true. Again, depending on what ideology you follow, for sure. I definitely get that, right? Change a character. You typically want to see that imbalance, fair value gap, and then a trade back into it could be your opportunity to get involved. I get it. So absolutely. Well, let's see, guys. Family, we do have gold now. Gold is now pushing up. Took out our entire loan candle. Above these areas is where I'm comfortable. We're looking for reasons to short this thing. So we gotta see. We gotta see what we got here. We gotta see how we play up in these levels. Let's see. Do you file your trading profits? Absolutely. You'll be crazy if you don't. But just like you can file your profits, you can also file your losses too. You're not gonna be able to file all your losses. I forgot how much you're able to claim. $6,000 worth of losses, something like that, on your taxes. But yeah, absolutely. You definitely have to report all that because the IRS ain't playing. All right, family. Even and this is what I want y'all to understand, all right? Especially if you're trading on the futures side of things, like all that stuff is regulated, right? When you're trading futures and you request withdrawals from your futures brokers, like all that stuff is documented, right? The IRS is gonna know that you have requested that withdrawal and you've taken that money. The Forex side is a little bit more different, right? Because we're trading unregulated brokers. And not just unregulated brokers, but we're also depositing and withdrawing in Bitcoin. So it makes it a little bit trickier to deal with taxes. Like, to be honest, that was probably the thing. Like, I just got my business taxes filed 2 weeks ago. Right? We had an extension though. I did file for the extension. But it took me 35 days to file my business taxes because they incorporated trading and crypto into it. And like, bro, it's like these people that I went through didn't know what the freak they were doing, bro. Like, it took them 35 days to finally feel confident to do my accounting and then do my taxes. 35 freaking days is crazy. 40 days is crazy. I don't know. Do we have any accountants in the building? Like, is that normally how long it takes to file business taxes? Because it never was like that for me for any other year. But yeah, it gets a little different. It gets a little bit tougher to track your profits and claim it on your taxes, especially when you're going through one of these offshore unregulated brokers and you're starting to receive deposits and withdrawals in crypto. It throws a little bit of a wrench in there. So I will say that. But you got to pay your taxes, man. Trust me. I wish I lived in a state where I didn't have to worry about that, but I don't. I live in Mother Junk in North Carolina, where the taxes aren't too high, but they make us pay for every last thing, boy. Tell you that much. But it also depends on where you live, right? If you live in, I think it's Puerto Rico, I think PR is where you don't got to pay taxes on trading. I could be way wrong here, though. But I know that there are certain states and certain places, even outside of the U.S., where you don't get charged no type of tax. Why do you think, family, why do you think a lot of traders move to Dubai? Huh? Why do you think a lot of traders move to Dubai? Is it just because it's a beautiful area? That's part of it. Great weather? That's part of it. Right? You're literally surrounded by wealth? That's part of it. But the big reason why a lot of traders, Forex, futures, commodities, stock traders, it don't matter. A big reason why a lot of them move to Dubai is because you don't have to pay taxes over there on your trading profits. Like, you don't pay, and please somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but you don't pay no taxes if you live in Dubai. No trading profits. No taxes on trading profits. Let me check. I'm about to AI this stuff. And forget it. Yeah. Take profit. Alright, so here we go. So yeah, Puerto Rico is definitely an option that a lot of people go to as well. It says if you are a bona fide resident of Puerto Rico, bona fide I assume to be somebody that's actually from there, is what I would assume. Then you do not have to pay U.S. federal taxes on capital gains, including gains from stocks held for more than 6 months, regardless of the source of capital gains. I think Florida might be the same way, now that I think about it. Interesting. Interesting, man. Let's see. Long as Mike beat your boy Paul, life is gravy. Well, unfortunately, Tony, they're not even fighting no more. You ain't hear the news, bro? Mike Tyson and Jake Paul is officially canceled for now. Your boy Mike, man. Your boy Mike is no longer available, man. An emergency, medical emergency that he had to essentially call off the fight for now. Crazy. Let's see. How does someone know if they must file trading? It seems, I mean, if you live in the U.S., which I think you do, Lewis. Lewis, where are you from? Right, I believe you live in the U.S. Right, so if you live in the U.S., then you absolutely have to file. Ain't no way around it. Now, again, if you are trading Forex, and I gotta be careful with what I say here. This is a public video on a public platform. But if you are trading Forex, what most people do that I know of, they don't pay their taxes because everything is, again, in their eyes, done overseas or through unregulated options. I'm not gonna come on this platform, a public setting, and tell you to do that. But I will say there are people that do that. They haven't paid their taxes on trading, and they have no intentions to do so. I pay mine. IRS, if you're listening, I pay mine. That's not me. I'm just saying, I know people that do, and they haven't had any issues as of now. Who knows in the future? It might catch up to them in the future. Who knows? But hey. Hey. So yeah. You said you live in the H, you definitely gotta pay taxes in Texas. The cool thing about Texas, though, is Texas one of those states where they don't pay federal taxes. Do you pay federal taxes in Texas? Let's see. Yes, Texans pay federal capital gains tax on capital gains, even though Texas itself does not have a state capital gains tax. This applies to all investments. So you got to pay federal tax, but you don't pay state tax on capital gains over there. Cool. So yeah, you definitely gotta handle that though. Again, hey, you do what you want though. Just know if you're trading Forex, there are. Shut up, Abel. All right, I'm good. Let's see, Mike who? We're talking about Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson the Great. Let's see, if you're using a prop firm only, they call you an independent contractor, so no capital gains. And that's massive, by the way. Right? That is actually a cheat code, Mike, that I don't think most people understand. Because that is so true, that prop firms, when you're trading for a prop firm, you are literally considered an independent contractor, right? You essentially get a 1099 from them. Right? A 1099 is just saying that you made this much from this company because they hired you for whatever reason, whatever. Right? I would rather pay taxes on a 1099 as an independent contractor than having to pay long-term and possibly short-term and long-term capital gains tax on whatever I bring in through my personal account. That's a difference, and that can save you. Again, speak to your accountant. But you can save 5, 10, 15% by making money through these prop firms as opposed to trading on your own, which is crazy. But Mike, I'm glad that you brought that up because that is so true as well. Right, getting taxed as a 1099 contractor compared to you making money on yourself and having to pay capital gains tax is crazy. Crazy. All right, let's see. Been taking a lot of losses over the last month. My account is down 99K. About 2-3 trades from getting taken from me. Gonna have to take some time off and study. Gotta get back in tune with the markets and come back with a fresh perspective and maybe a new count. Yeah, that's the tough part. You know what's crazy, Eric, bro? When you start to go through these losing streaks, right? And you were so close, to accomplishing a goal. And now it's like you're going backwards, bro. That is extremely tough to really bounce back from when you're in the midst of it right now. Like you're currently in the midst of still trying to battle this drawdown that you're going through, right? And it's so hard for you to think logically when all you could think about is how you even got to this point to begin with, right? When you start to reflect on what you did to get to here, it's always going to stay in the back of your mind that it happened. And that's only going to affect your ability to make proper decisions in the future, right? So trust me, I get it. It's so tough when you're down now and you're kind of in your feelings. Let's be honest. You're in your feelings. You're emotional about, damn, I was this close. Now look at this. It happens to the best of us. But it is also one of those things that every trader has to go through, unfortunately. But it's also one of them things that really, really checks you as a trader. Checks your discipline, checks your ability to read the markets, check your abilities to perform technical analysis, checks your decision making, your discipline, your patience. It checks everything. But there's a plus side. If you could bounce back from this, which I know you will, and I'm talking to you directly, buddy. When you bounce back from this and you accomplish this bounce back, which you've done it before in the past, this ain't your first time. All right, your confidence is only going to increase from there. Remember, like I tell everybody, family, the confidence comes from your experience, right? The amount of experience you're able to gain from these markets is crucial. Crucial. Experience is the biggest difference maker between somebody that's profitable long-term and somebody that isn't. How much experience do you actually have in this market, right? Because knowing is one thing. Knowing how to analyze the markets is one thing. Knowing how to do technical analysis is one thing. Knowing fundamental analysis is one thing. But having the experience of doing all that, having the experience of going through wins and losses, blown accounts, and absolute, moonshots of your account, like going through all that stuff, that experience is something that you nobody can teach you. Something you have to go through yourself. So just continue to build it. You're gonna bounce back, bro. No doubt in my mind about that. Let's see, South Africa. What's going on, Brinsley? Uncle Sam will get his cut. Just give it to him, though, because he'll take a lot. That's a fact. You're in NAS sales? Yeah, I don't even think I'm going to take anything today, family, to be honest with you, for me, at least. Because I really was looking for the sell on gold, and I still kind of looking for it. The buy itself was solid. That thing started moving too quick. I didn't even grab an entry like an idiot. But I'm still leaning forward to sell, just being patient with it. So I'm chilling for right now. But let's see what you're looking at, though. You said NAS sells. Yeah, this thing is dropping, too. The NASDAQ sells, the S&P, and US 30. Holy moly, U30. Boy, Devin, if you are still in this trade, boy. Which you probably already hit your percentage for the day, but this thing is going crazy. Holy moly. Guacamole. Alright, let's see. It's like Jordan having the skills but no execution. That's a fact, bro. That's like Jordan learning everything he needs to learn how to play ball through a book, but never actually taking a shot himself. So you gotta gain that experience. The reason why these ball players, if we're talking about sports, right? The reason why Jordan is who he is and LeBron is who he is and all the greats are who they are is think about how many shots they done put up in their career, bro. Like, how many shots do you actually think LeBron James has taken in his career of being a ball player? From him being a kid right? To now him being a grown adult. Like he done took thousands, tens of thousands of shots. Tens of thousands of shots. He's putting in the work, gaining the experience. Right? They're gaining the experience. And that's for any career. It doesn't matter what you do. I mean, think about what you guys do now. Like, what is it, family? Can you drop in the chat what you guys do right now for your full-time career? If you have one. If you have a full-time job or career, let me know what you do in the chat. Because I'm pretty sure that no matter what career you're doing right now, you're way better at it today than you were when you first started. Like, there's nobody that can deny that. You're better off today. You're performing at a higher level today than when you actually got hired at. That's just a fact. Why? Because with time, with experience, you got better. So why trading differently? With experience, we get better. The more chart time we put in, the more trades we actually take, no matter the outcome of them, we get better. Now, I understand that with trading, it's tough to see that you're getting better, especially when the result is still the same, right? You can have a year under your belt, you can have 3 years and still take losses. The result is still the same, but I promise you, right, your decision making is getting better. Your ability to identify the patterns, the trends is all there. It's all better. There's just probably one couple little things that you have to tweak to truly take your trading to another level. And more times than not, it's just your discipline. Like it's your discipline more times than not. 99% of traders lose not because they can't read a chart. It's because they lack discipline. They lack patience. They lack awareness. They lack all these things that you don't learn from looking at a chart, that you have to develop yourself. But it takes time to do that as well. The whole moral of this little rant that I'm going on, family, is that experience is the biggest difference between a profitable trader and a non-profitable trader. How much time you got on the chart? Right? How much time have you put in? How many shots have you put up? Because if you ain't put up 10,000 shots just yet, then don't talk to me about none of that. If you ain't take 1,000 trades just yet, then what are we even talking about? Go place 1,000 trades and then come back to me and let me know how you feel. That's a bar, family. That is a bar. Holy moly, that's a bar. That is a bar. I don't want to hear no complaining about trading from somebody that has not placed 1,000 trades yet. Hold on, I gotta write a post on that, boy. That's a bar. Holy moly. I swear, I just be talking sometimes and I just making myself feel good. Because that was a bar. And then come back to me. Hold on, fam. I'm writing this post. Taking picture. Ayy. Niggas begin. Maintain my smile. All right, let's see. Yeah, you guys are eating off those nice cells for anybody that did take these cells, man. Damn, it's already 11 o'clock, bro. Oh, nah, I can't be starting this late, family. This starting this late just don't feel right. I gotta, I gotta come on time. Let's see. Education for trading is going into my 3-4 years, and you are right now. I can dribble and shoot three. Exactly, Tony. Exactly. Full-time trader. Shout out to Brinsley for the full-time trader. Let's go. Put in the work, but don't drown yourself in charts. Amen to that. I see. I started as a volunteer in one NGO 9 years ago, and I'm an auditor now. Let's go, Bakri. Let's go. Big shout out to all you guys, man, that are doing y'all things, man. But yeah, family, man, there really ain't much for me today, man. I'm chilling. I do still want to look for more sell side volume here, sell pressure on gold. I just got to be patient with this and see if we can get some type of a play here that makes sense for us. But as of now, I'm personally going to be chilling. I'm going to be calling it a day off of that. I will be back tomorrow, same time, same place. My regular time, 8:30. You know, so I will be here at 8:30 on the dot. Y'all will see my beautiful face. And we'll go from there. So family, man, I love you guys so much. I appreciate y'all. Thank you guys for tuning in. Those of you guys that did tune in. If you guys need me, join the Discord. And we can go ahead and get active. Family, love you guys. Appreciate y'all, man. Hopefully you guys have a beautiful rest of y'all day. I'm out of here.
Before I thought about rapping, drop a bag off at Wafi. Didn't even need a back end. 100K off a MacBook. You could say that I be macking. I'm marrying my jeans cost a bag, man. Gucci my belt and I'm sagging. So much for the rug, I'm Aladdin. Big bank roll, no I'm trapping. All this ice got me feel like Alaskan. All they care got me feel like a rabbit. Connected, you don't really want no static. In the game, got me feel like I'm mad. Got your bitch in a headlock, bed right tiptoeing. All through the mansion, wet like a slushy though. After she fucked me, she gotta go. You know that I was a savage, never average. Niggas be imitating my style. Look at the money and look at the pound. Look in the ice, shine and bright. Shout out to wifey, he got me right. Yeah. Imitation. Yeah. Go on and imitate me. Niggas be imitating my style. Look at the money and look in the pound. Look in the ice, shine and bright. Shout out to wifey, he got me right. Yeah.